HGTV's Flip or Flop stars, Tarek and Christina El Moussa, lend their names, their images, their real estate ideas to Success Path Flip Advantage seminars. These seminars are workshops, but are they worth the price? The Dallas Morning News watchdog, Dave Lieber, attended one of these and heard about some of the other attendees' experiences as well. He's here to tell us all about it. Dave, tell us what one of these seminars was like.
Mark, they're pretty troubling because they're get-rich-quick schemes, and people come in, and sometimes these people don't have a lot of money, and they meet these speakers at these hotel seminars who are, I call them friendly, funny, and ferocious. And they basically say you're a loser if you don't do this, and they convince people to put a lot of money on their credit cards. So for these particular one, for the flip or flop people, they're asking for $2,000, and that can lead to another seminar in which it costs $40,000 to go. And I've talked to people that have spent that kind of money and are regretting it.
I'm guessing you didn't go to the $40,000 one, Dave. I'm guessing you just went to the first one, and I hope the Dallas Morning News picked that up for you. What did
there
you
was
get?
There was no fee for me to go to the first one because the
Okay.
first one hooks you into the second, which hooks you into the third.
Gotcha.
So I'm okay.
Gotcha. Give me some examples of how hard you say they tell you you're just a complete loser if you don't sign up for it. Some examples either that you heard or some of the people that you talked to heard.
Well, I talked to a couple of people that spent the $40,000 each, and they were really regretting because you really have to spend a lot of work and time and money to flip houses. And so these folks didn't really realize what they were getting into, and then they were already on the hook, maxed out their credit cards for $40,000, and they're really not going to be able to do much with it, they tell me. It's a very risky proposition when you get invited to these hotel investment get-rich-quick seminars. And these people from, the HGTV shows, some of them are doing it because it's a way for them to get a lot of extra income. They get a cut of this.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say. There's really two stories here. You've got
Right.
them kind of feeding off of these people trying to get money from them. Then you've got the connection to HGTV. Did you talk to the celebrities and ask them about their connection, and did you get any response?
Well, I tried. Even though they're TV stars, I was able to find a couple of their phone numbers, and I left voicemail messages for them a couple of times on the two stories I've written. But they sent me a YouTube video, which I posted, in which they're standing in front of a garage and they're saying they're rehabilitating a house for a veteran, and they said hi. But they won't talk to me about the substance of whether they're hurting their reputation by being tied into something like this.
Dave, what is there any recourse for people who go to stuff like this? We hear stories about things like this all of the time. It's obviously legal if you go voluntarily. I mean, what do you recommend to people?
I'd say don't go. I think, and if you do go, make a promise to yourself that you're not going to buy. I go to these things often with my wife so I can write about them in the newspaper, and it's very tempting because the guys are friendly, funny, and ferocious. But then in the end, I realize I'm just there for a story, and of course I don't spend any money. But it's hard. At this particular one that I went to at the Fort Worth Hotel, they were lined up, spending money at that back table. Amazing. People were just so into this.
Well, and obviously, if they can even tempt you, Dave Lieber, they must be pretty good at what they're doing. It's probably the best advice, like you said. Just stay away, Dave. As always, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark.